This is a preview of what we'll be talking about in the webinar, using personality type in selling. When a customer walks into a store, they immediately notice your personality. It shouts at them, and it can either help you or it can hinder your chances of sales. In the MBTI system, there are 16 different personality archetypes. Unfortunately, 16 is such a big number, it is hard to wrap your mind around all the information. So we need a way to simplify it. The way to solve this dilemma is to reduce it down to simple letter combinations. So this gives us the 4 different temperaments. Personality theorists have used different metaphors to describe these 4 different temperaments. For example, in the Kersey temperament sorter, he calls the NTs the rationals. The NFs he calls the idealists. The SJs he calls guardians. And the SPs he calls artisans. Prospects that walk into your store, they can sense your personality temperament. Did you know that 90% of your traits can be judged by your shoes alone? People sense the kind of person you are by how you dress, how you look, and how you act. Before you even open your mouth to talk about your product or service, they already have an opinion about you. Do they like you? And do they trust you enough to buy from you? People are more likely to trust others that have the same personality type as themselves. And they distrust people of other personality temperaments. The question is, how many people out there in society have the same personality temperament as you? It's not divided equally with 25% in each category. Some categories have more. The SPs and the SJs each have about 38% of the population. For example, if you're an SP, about 38% of the population are going to be fairly easy to sell to, but the other 62% are going to be very hard. And say you are an NF, now only 12% of the population is going to be easy to sell to, and the 88% of everybody else is going to be hard. The question is, why are people of the same personality temperament more likely to trust each other? Basically, people of the same personality temperament have similar values. When a person feels that their values match your values, you develop instant rapport. To them, it feels like they're looking in a mirror at themselves. In this webinar, we're going to talk about all these things, plus these additional hidden secrets. Where does personality come from? How are the 4 temperaments connected to each other? And what are the core values of each of those 4 temperaments? We'll also discover what are the key questions to ask to find out their values. And how are emotions related to their values? You've always heard that people buy with emotions and then they justify with logic. But did you know that emotions are connected to values? So I think you already sense where this is going. We want to talk about their values and persuade them that we are just like them, but we don't want to sound manipulative. If you want to know how to do this, come to the webinar, Sales Success Using Personality Type. This will happen at 12 noon Eastern on February 6, 2014. You can sign up at the Association of Psychological Type International, www.aptinternational.org.